Hello everyone. Today we're going to read Abraham Tested, Genesis 22. Now, I know some of y'all know this story. There's even a movie made about it. This is the story of when God came to Abraham and he asked him to kill his only son that he had given him when he was old. And he thought he couldn't have any kids, him and his wife. And God gave him this son. And then he asked him basically to sacrifice his only son as a test. Alright, so Genesis 22. Abraham tested. Sometime later God tested Abraham. He said to him, Abraham. Abraham, he replied. Then God said, take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and saddled his donkey. He took with him 2 of the servants and his son Isaac. When he had cut down enough wood for the burnt offerings, he set out on the place that God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and he saw the place in the distance. He said to his servants, stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We will worship and then we will come back to you. Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering, and he placed on his son Isaac, and he himself carried the fire and the knife. As the 2 of them went on together, Isaac spoke up and he said to his father Abraham, Father. Yes, my son, Abraham replied. The fire and the wood are here, Isaac said, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Abraham answered, God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. And the 2 of them went on together. When they reached the place God had told him about, Abraham built an altar there, and he arranged the wood on it. He bound his son Isaac, and he laid him on the altar, on top of the wood. Then he reached out his hand, and he took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven, Abraham, Abraham. Here I am, he replied. Do not lay a hand on that boy, he said. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have withheld from me your son, your only son. You have not withheld from me your son, your only son. Forgive me, all. Abraham looked up, and there in the thicket he saw a ram caught in the horns. He went over and he took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called at the place the Lord will provide. And this day it is said, on the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a second time, and he said, I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this, and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the skies, and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies, and through your offspring all nations on earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me. Then Abraham returned to his servants, and they set off together to Beersheba, and Abraham stayed in Beersheba. I tell you what, God is good. God is amazing. God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe.